gather round in Adelaide against the Hawks. Let's get into it. So just quickly, again, if you are going to be in Adelaide at this game or at the Gold Coast Suns GWS game, I'll be there. I'm going to do a lot of content, which is going to be really, really fun. So make sure if you're subscribed, hit that notification bell. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and then that notification bell. Let's get into it. This game, I feel, is going to just be very, very interesting, right? Hawthorn are our bogey side. They're one of the sides that we lost to last season. You remember we lost to Carlton, then we lost to Hawthorn back to back. So that wasn't there's a bird there. That wasn't a very, very good period for us. And just in general, like if you look at the last 10 matches, we've won 3. Hawthorn have won 7. So they're just one of those sides that we can't seem to beat. And they're ripe for the picking right now. You know, they've got a lot of outs that we'll talk about a little bit later. A lot of important outs as well. So you would think that this is the time where Collingwood really put their foot to the pedal and just try and win by a big margin. Just try and win by a big margin. We have won our last 8 games at Adelaide Oval, which is the longest active winning streak, and 9 will go ahead and make sort of history. We've got a 67% winning rate at Adelaide Oval. It's our home away from home. So that gives us keeps us in good stead with, neutral ground, but we absolutely love playing it at Adelaide Oval. Now, Hawthorn, like I said, scare me a little bit just because they're very unpredictable. You know, their outs do sort of hinder them a little bit. So Luke Bruce comes out with an injury. Mitch Lewis, their forward, comes out with an injury. And so does Nick Watson, the Wizard. Their new player comes out with an injury. So Bruce and Mitch Lewis, 2 dangerous players. That really helps us, right? And Nick Watson, I guess, they're 3 really good forwards, or 3 forwards. And them coming out really help us, especially Mitch Lewis coming out. He does seem to cause us troubles, and it keeps our sort of backline a little bit more stabilised. So we should be okay defensively, but their midfield, their sort of running power, they've been able to keep up with teams in the last couple of weeks. Like you look at that Geelong game last week, and I was watching it, and I go, far out, these bastards are going to come out and they're going to really, really scare us. And I think they're going to run with us for at least the first half. I really like that they're going to put up a really, really good fight. And credit, it'll be credit to them as well because, they're a young side. And we saw what they did last season. Like, all you have to do is look at what they did to us last season. And it really did stun us. But I know that we went into that game thinking we were going to win. We can't go in with the same mentality now. We started the season with, 1 win, 3 losses. Winning this week helps us. 2 wins, 3 losses. It keeps us in with that top 8. I know it's really early on in the season and Hawthorn haven't won a game. But Hawthorn will be out to prove everything. I always think about sayings and then I just forget what the sayings are. You know what I mean? But look, Hawthorn are wounded. They've got their backs against the wall and they want to make a statement. And that's why I'm scared of... Scared's probably too much of a negative term. I'm not scared of Hawthorn, but that's why I'm, sort of... I don't know what the word is, but besides, I'm going to keep saying scared. That they're going to actually come out and put on a really, really good show. But in saying that, we have the personnel in this team. We're a premiership team. We should be able to start putting teams away that are lower than us on the ladder. And, and of that sort of rebuilding phase like Hawthorn did. Lee Matthews a couple of weeks ago came out and said that championship teams, win by big margins. And Collingwood haven't been doing that, especially last season or the last couple of seasons. And I think to a point, he's right. I would love to see the Pies come down, put their, pedal to the metal right here, sword to the throat, like what we did to Gold Coast last season, where we just absolutely annihilated them, like we did to Essendon last season as well. We kind of have to do something similar to Hawthorn. We have to get off to a really, really good start. If you keep up, if you're not making your opportunities count, Hawthorn will come back and and make you pay, because that's just what teams have been doing to us. If we haven't been making our opportunities count, other teams come back and make us pay. The interesting matchup, of course, that's been talked about all week is going to be Finn McGuinness and Nick Dacos. Now, Craig McRae came out and said that Nick Dacos will be playing a little bit of everywhere around the ground, which is good. It takes away a midfielder for them. I think Finn had a really good game in the VFL last week. So it takes a good midfielder away just to tag Nick Dacos. So Nick Dacos, I dare say, probably won't get into the middle a lot. I reckon keep him off halfback. They'll probably put him in the forward line as well to kick a couple of sneaky goals. Put him as a deep sort of backman to take those kickouts and start the chain sort of going. And then just take McGuinness out of the team. I don't think Nick Dacos needs, 30 plus disposals for us to win this game. I think we should win this game comfortably. But I feel like McGuinness is going to try every single tactic in the book to get Nick Dacos off his game. But McRae also said that at training this week, they've been sending a player to Nick Dacos to sort of, get him that pressure of having a tagger for the whole game. So that's really good. So they're teaching him other ways to use his body and other ways to go about it. So that kind of gives me confidence that he'll be able to break the tag, have a good game, but I'm not expecting, 1,000 clearances, tackles, 40 plus disposals. I'm expecting him to have a good game, but I'm expecting everybody else around him to really step up and really, like what we did to, was it Ryan Clark last season with Sydney, who was tagging Dacos? I think with the win against Brisbane last week, our forwards started to fire a lot. You got Jamie kicking 4, Bo kicked 2, Checkers and Hill kicked 3 each. So I think we'll be able to stretch Hawthorn's young defense really thin. Like Sam Frost probably goes on to, Myercheck or something like that. But when you look at like Reef McGuinness as well popped up for a couple, like Weddle, Amon, D'Ambrosio. So I think we'll be able to spread their forwards really thin. And obviously, goals wins you games, right? Kicking points wins you games. So like I said, we just have to make our chances count, because even against Brisbane, we weren't capitalizing on a lot of chances, and we did have that really big drop off in the second quarter where Brisbane were just able to come back. We had a really good first quarter, so we can't afford any lapses, and the pressure has to be right up. We brought it against Brisbane. We have to keep bringing that. What I do like, though, is that we're not coming off shorter breaks. Now, we do have a longer break. We had from Thursday to Sunday. I think that's like 10 days or something. So we do have a longer break. A lot more training can go into it, and a lot more rest. So I feel like we should see a very rejuvenated Collingwood side coming up against Hawthorn. Big calls and predictions. I think Bobby Hill kicks 4 or 5 goals against the Hawks. I really do. I think he's going to just take his game to another level after that 3-goal first quarter. Or was it first quarter or first half? No, first quarter performance last week. My big call is that we're going to win by 40 plus points. I really am manifesting a huge win by us. But anyway, guys, this has just been my preview of the Collingwood Hawthorn game. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll sweep you later.